Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are in a war with our former allies, Great Britain. And we are doing our best to naval invade Scotland, is the place we're primarily invading. So let me see. This, I don't like this. I've got a little bit of capacity. I've still got emergency relief in Liberia. I think I can probably turn that off now. How are things going? Oh, the place is doing fine. Alright. Go ahead and cancel that. And then we got road maintenance going on in Panama. I think I can let that be. Infrastructure is doing just fine. So let's throw some consumption taxes in there and see if we can stem the complete flow of cash out of the economy. Taxing automobiles is always a good play. So we'll work on that, and let's get started with some more stuff. Japan would like a defensive pact. I'm going to decline for now because I have a hankering to fight Japan, frankly, but... Oh, Britain's taken over a bunch of this territory. Well, that'll be fine. Ooh, gold in California. Excellent. It's mine, all mine. That'll increase throughput over there. And there's oil in California, too. I'm going to encourage this trend because oil is the future. Let me see. Alright, looks like the British war with Italy has ended. So they might be putting troops back in Britain. So we're kind of on borrowed time here at this stage. But we'll see what we can do. Actually, we got really good landing progress here, so we might not even need to worry about it. Yeah, we're getting there. They're sinking a lot of our convoys. Where are they sinking our convoys? Atlantic seaboard. Oh, they got a big old fleet over there, huh? Well, we can put our main fleet there once this battle's done. Inefficient agriculture. We haven't had this event in a while. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in American Pastaza, stating that their undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. The fertile soil of our people suffers, relegated to tired and calloused hands. Too exhausted from manual labor to perform at a decent level, too poor to be able to use more advanced tools that would make them more profitable. This industry is just a useless investment. Let me see. Industrialists are pretty pleased. I'm going to say we should follow their advice. Now, where is Pastaza? Pastaza is here. Yes, things do seem a little rough here. The glassworks are fully employed, but not very profitable. Still, we can build up some levels, but that'll be for a while. It'll be a while before that actually gets going. Naval invasion in Quebec. That's okay. I got armies for days over here. Now, we'll grab one of these coastal defense divisions and station it in the Canada HQ. And we'll continue to press forward over here. See how that goes. I'm going to put one of these divisions in this tiny secondary front because I think that'll help sort things out over there. And where are we? We're nearly landed. We're nearly landed. We are losing naval battles here, but I don't think that's going to matter because I think we're about to get troops over here. Over here in Scotland. Another one in the... Excuse me, I'm in the Highlands. The Pacific Fleet was defeated. Alright, well that's a shame. So that means one of these armies has got to break off and bail, right? Yeah, the Army of the Andes. With that having been said, let's put them on the front. Alright, perfect. So that's a little different. Army of the Andes. Let's put you on the front with Man, just to make sure that... No, we'll put it on the front with Ireland. That's the primary one. And I think we can cancel this other naval invasion. because we want to put the army of the Isthmus on the front with man. And that'll let us get what we need out of Britain. Raising concerns. The armed forces have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Choosing is always hard, not because the decision is difficult to make, but because the consequences can be a bit inconvenient. Rumors are spreading, like smoke from a factory, staining the clear air of the United States with a dense and vicious poison. This needs to be addressed, or they need to accept we can't always please everyone. I'm going to say this needs to be addressed. This may end job creators. Let's watch here and see if it does. That'll happen on the week changeover if it happens. And it did not, so we're good. We're good to go with that. I think we're going to wait until we win this naval battle, and then get this fleet back to the Atlantic seaboard, where they can fight off... it should appear they are not here anymore. Alright. Great Britain is winning a battle over here. So let's go ahead and put our... the Army of California and the Army of Dixie are on their way over here. Oh, because the Canadian front has been closed out. Well, that's just fine. That's completely fine. I'm completely okay with that. They'll be here soon. Alright, well, for the moment then, only the... or not this one. This one. Only the Army of the Isthmus is actually here. Let's go ahead and put these units on a defensive posture so that they can spring forward and make sure that that doesn't wind up in a situation. Same deal over here. Those fleets have been repaired. Wonderful. Army of the Andes. Get on defense. We are currently trying to push Great Britain to bail out of the war. Their war support is at 62, going down by 2.28 per week. Our war support is going down by much less than that, but Canada's war support is going down by more. So we need to get... we need to do a lot of damage to Great Britain really fast. So let's go ahead and put this fleet in the English Channel. And any of these guys really good at convoy raiding? Not really. Let's put this guy on convoy raiding. We are in a little bit of a shortage of bureaucracy, interestingly. Armies are still on their way over here. Hold on. Army of Central Africa, you don't have a leader. You need a leader. Now, this guy's a tactful open terrain commander, and this guy's a yeoman farmer. Well, gosh darn it. Well, hold on. Where? How did you wind up over there? Incredible. Alright, so... 2nd Coastal Defense Division, you need to be back in Canada. And Army of Central Africa, you need to be back in Canada as well, apparently. But our much larger armies are on their way over here, so I think we'll probably be good. American Expeditionary Force also needs to go on to a defensive footing for the moment. At least until we get other armies over here. This is a bit of a surprise. I did not think Great Britain had this kind of punch. But I guess it is the home islands, right? Alright. So the man front is looking solid. So let's go ahead and get the Army of the Isthmus back on offense. I'm concerned because we don't really have a lot of time here. Alright, discord within the trade unions. An influential faction within the trade unions has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of appointed bureaucrats. Themselves in favor of the law, they've now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. How can you all stand idly by and watch the world pass before your eyes? Have you no sense of honor, of duty to your fellow man? I say nay to such lack of ambition, and I dare say I am not alone in this. With their support, the bill shall pass. Weaker trade unions, more enactment chance. Or the intelligentsia extend an open hand to these mavericks. Much weaker trade unions, stronger intelligentsia, less enactment chance. I'm going to go with enactment chance primarily. We'll see how things go from there. How's the finances? Finances are not doing great, friends. I have to say. I think we may very well. I think this war may very well end in a loss. For us, which would be a shame because I would love Britain to lose Canada. Oh my goodness. The fronts have come realigned. And that means we need to change orders as well. So all these units are going to be on offense, at least for the moment. And these ones as well. So does that put everyone on offense? That puts everyone on offense. Alright, force comparison is okay. Obviously we're losing this battle, but we're doing a lot more damage to the enemy than they are to us. At least I hope that's what's happening. And we're winning this one as well. Gosh, we're losing a ton of convoys. I did not think fighting Great Britain at this time would be this brutal, but it is. So we're winning on the ocean. North Sea. They're going to the North Sea, gosh darn it. Right, Britain's losing there. We are losing here. Hopefully that won't be that big of an issue. Gosh dang it. Stupid coastal defense force. Well, see, this is the problem, right? Like, I put a coastal defense force in charge of fighting them back in Canada. And it just didn't seem to have happened. So, I'm not super thrilled about that. Alright, that's the second force. So, first coastal defense force is here. Where is the third coastal defense force? Army of West Africa has outrun its command limit. Let's go ahead and increase one of these guys. Where are you at? You are also in Great Britain. Alright, so we're going to put you in Canada as well. And then hopefully we can not have that situation go down again. Because force comparison here is okay, and we are winning battles over here. This one we... Oh, I thought we were winning. Damnable blunder. We should be winning. North German mass immigration, excellent. How do we have a front here? I don't know, but I feel inclined to man it. How long will it take that army to get there? Hopefully not too long. Force comparison here is okay, but that's because I think they're putting troops back over here. Well, maybe we'll get back the lowlands. Not with that battle, obviously. Gold reserves are draining, but we're doing okay overall. See, this here, this shouldn't be happening. Because 2nd Coastal Defense Division at least says it was in Canada. So I don't see how they keep managing to take this chunk of Canada seemingly without even having a fight. It's not my favorite, friends. It's not my favorite. Have we at least done a lot more damage to Great Britain than they have to us? Let me see. I forget where... Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, cost of war, yeah, our side's much higher. But our dead and wounded are a lot lower than Britain's. Yeah, Britain's lost almost 1 million lives, whereas we've only lost 500,000. So we are doing significantly more damage to them than they are to us. Ooh, and there's the Stormtroopers tech. Excellent. So, is there anything else we need in military? I think we'll be... I want to get aircraft carrier. Then after that, let's circle back to production, because there's a bunch of things that I want to knock out. I want automatic bottle blowers. Conveyors are better than bottle blowers. I want automatic bottle blowers. We'll finish out plastics just because we're there. And then we'll do oil turbine. And then I think in society, we're basically doing fine. Corporate governance, we already have spreading to us. Let's do elevators and then zeppelins. No, I don't want to do zeppelins. We'll cancel zeppelins later. Will I remember to cancel zeppelins? Find out in a different episode. Seem to have a significant morale loss buff. Oh, that's just because of the battlefield condition. Well, fine. Well, fine. That's just fine. What about this battle? We're doing all right. We're doing all right on there. And this force comparison is looking solid. All right. Well, that's the end of the war. Unfortunately, Canada remains with Great Britain. What a shame. But there are other events afoot. There is a revolt in Hawaii, a religious revolt in Hawaii, which I think we can safely ignore. There is a radical revolt in Bulungan, which I think we can safely ignore. Prussia is going after a protectorate over Hamburg, sorry. I think I can live without that, and there's a religious revolt in Nassau, which I can also safely ignore. But what is all this, then? Belgium is having a fascist revolt, but what does that actually mean? Belgium is an autocratic monarchy that's trying to shift over to technocracy, and that's why the revolt is happening. Fascist Belgium, on the other hand... Oop, not far up enough. Fascist Belgium. Belgium, fascist Belgium. They look like they're doing exactly the same thing. Fascist Belgium has regulatory bodies on their economy, and they have a state religion instead of freedom of conscience. But I think other than that, they're exactly the same. This doesn't seem like it'll affect us. I think we'll leave it. Oh, well. The Europeans are fighting. Let them fight! Anyway, what was I trying to do? I'm down to 75 infamy, and that infamy, that available infamy is burning a hole in my pocket full of infamy. That having been said, I think the first thing I'm going to do is fix this situation, because I need more bureaucratic capacity, and I know how to get it. I should have... Yeah, here we go. Here's a large government sector in Montana, and another one in Minnesota. We still got some larger ones farther down, so we'll let those be for the moment. Ones in DC, of course, are continuing to hire because DC should have a bunch of immigration on account of it's got a bunch of jobs available. But is that happening? Yes, a little bit. Population of DC is really, really low. Power plants. Rural electrification is not yet complete. But we'll continue to work on it. But I think we can actually work on annexing Oyo and Benin. Oyo we've got a truce with for another 4 months. But Benin we're good to go. It'll be 15 infamy to annex, and they will not accept. Let's wait and knock out Oyo first, though. I think that's the right call. Communist revolt in Oldenburg. Not my issue. British Raj. Why are you antagonistic? I can support your independence. That's interesting. So, future reference, if you fight a war in the, a revolution in a puppet, if you fight on the side of the rebels in a puppet, then you don't necessarily get a, you still have to capitulate the overlord. The bureaucratic struggle. Our efforts to pass appointed bureaucrats have run into several classic bureaucratic hurdles. Despite debates rage about such lofty matters as the correct shape of the filing cabinets. Good, fast, cheap, you get two. Will spare no expense, reduce bureaucracy, reduce enactment time, increase enactment chance. This will take as long as it takes. Increase enactment time, increase bureaucracy, increase enactment success chance. Or let's just get it over with, reduce enactment's success chance, reduce enactment time. I'm going to say we'll spare no expense. And that's going to goof up my bureaucracy quite a bit, but that's not that big of a deal. I can just flip a few more of these many government admins that I've got sitting around in my country using production method number 3 over to production method number 4. So, the ones in Ghana, telephone switchboards. Colorado, telephone switchboards. Louisiana, telephone switchboards. Let's see what that does. Okay, it hasn't changed yet. Oh, it was just a quick save. Quick save. They're still hiring. They're still hiring, so let's let them hire. Let them cook. Let them cook. This is the most exciting thing that happens in Victoria 3, to be completely honest. And we'll put the ones in Illinois up there as well, just to make sure we get there. Nevada. Add it to the list. And what is going on over here? We've got a bourgeois revolt in Herat. Not an American affair. And Italy is going after the Zhili Clique. Italy? And they have a front. You know, I think I've just got to fight them about it. Wow, a lot of these conquer wargoals are pretty affordable. I think I want to get Laurenco Marquez though, because that's here. That's African territory. I want to get that. Alright, so that'll once again put me on a war footing. Let's get the lads together. I'm going to put the American Expeditionary Force over in China, and I'm going to raise the conscripts. I think everyone else that I'm feeling a need for is going to go on the Laurenco Marquez front. I think that'll be just fine. Army of the Andes was too recently demobilized to remobilize as part of the general mobilization. Army of the Isthmus was not. We'll put them over there as well, and then I think we'll let everything else be for the moment. The Europeans are shooting at each other, and that's fine. Italy is a little worried. Italy is fearful now. Surrender! Give me Laurenco Marquez! I want it. I want it! Army of the Great Plains can mobilize. Army of California. Curious. I don't know what you're doing over there, Army of California, but I hope you're having a good time, at least. Alright, so where is this army going? Can I tell? Probably not. That said, I feel pretty confident in my abilities here. So I think what the last war taught me is I'm kind of desperately in need of some heavy tanks. But I'm not going to worry about that just yet, because all these armies are mobilized. Once I'm not in a war, we'll deal with that. Can I forcibly disband this lobby? Not really. Shame. And the petit bourgeois want migration controls real bad. I think I might actually just need to let them have that, because it's going to be the only way to keep them happy. We got another minor dust-up going on in Holstein. I gotta let that one be. Language in the classroom. Comanche students sometimes use their native language in American schools. Some have called for teachers to penalize the use of these languages, forcing children to speak the official languages of the United States of America. You noticed it too, right? He gets angry when anyone talks in class, but he always gets angrier when we're talking. Maybe he thinks we're talking about him. I think he just doesn't like being reminded that we know something he doesn't. Schools should teach them to speak the proper language, increase assimilation, increase radicals from discrimination, or the language is part of their heritage, reduce assimilation, reduce radicals from discrimination. I don't want to piss off the people of Z right now, so I'm going to teach them the proper language. Alright, so it looks like all of these units are going to China. 2 arms, which means I think I can feel extremely confident in my ability to win this war. Oh my goodness. I've got hold of this area already. What was it called? And my armies are already air handling themselves over to the main front and immediately teleporting. Excellent. Neat. So, we've got both war goals. But they're going for war reps. Ugh. Could you don't? That's okay. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Let's naval invade Italy. Let me see. Piedmont's the capital? Yes. We're going to Piedmont. And does American Expeditionary Force have its conscript raised? It does. So that should be just fine. And they're trying to invade DC. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Army of the Americas into the Dixie HQ. I'm going to put the Army of the Great Plains in the New England HQ. So those areas will be properly defended. Your naval invasion versus mine, Italy. Let's see how it goes. Let me see. Anything else going on in the world? British are going after Maguinda now. Can't be bothered with that. Now, what about... I think we're going to move all the rest of our government admins over to the new production method. That's going to dramatically increase the demand for phones, but I think we can afford it. And what is this? The Indian Territory wants to be a dominion now. Naval battle happening here. We are crushing them. Crushing them. They're coming here. Our other fleets are here. Let's go ahead. Hey, law progress to study. Wonderful. And we've got a battle kicked off. We are actually losing that one, which is interesting. I guess they got us on army size. But we are winning this battle here in the United States for sure, so I'm not too worried about it. Interestingly, Zhili Clique is losing more support. No, Italy's losing more support faster. Alright. Hey! And even as we're at war, their people are coming to visit America and also live here. So I'm feeling pretty full of myself about that. That sounds pretty rad. They got a bunch of armies over here. Are they doing a naval invasion, however, or are they just faffing about? Let's put an army there for defense. Again, don't know if that will actually work, but I hope it will work. This battle's still going the way it's going. We're losing convoys in the Atlantic seaboard. I got someone on convoy defense here? Possibly not. I do. Let's add another leader to this group. We don't have anyone I see as ideal. I will leave that be for now. And finally, we're working on those electrics industries, so we're nearly done with the construction queue. which I'm pretty pleased about overall. Is Great Britain bankrolling us again? They sure are. Were they through the whole war? That would have been pretty funny if so. Extremely large and incredibly close if true. Oh, they're actually winning on a naval battle here. Well, I suppose... Well, no, we're exceeding them in fleets. Huh. That's curious. 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 Oh, man. 16th Italian Fleet seems like it's having a normal time. My war support's still excellent. Hardly suffered any casualties, though. Zhili Clique has both sides of war support protection. So if I can't successfully invade Italy, I will lose this war eventually. That having been said, this battle's looking a little better, so I'm hoping we can get some progress and get this front closed out. And I'd be very pleased with that. Whew. It's been an eventful episode. How are we losing these naval battles? Are the Italian fleets very advanced? They're not really. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Come on, get me to voting. Oh, I guess the general European war just kind of stopped happening. Ooh. Exile from IT. Very cool. Now, we're winning this battle here as well. This naval situation seems somewhat rough. Did we successfully land? Nope. Okay. So there was an undefended front for a second, and I got nervous. And there's the aircraft carrier. Hey, we're in voting. Wonderful. Come on, show me a front. Come on, get it in one. Get it in one. Land! Land, you fools! No? 62% though, pretty solid. That said, we are actually at the end of... Oh my goodness. Oh no, it was over here. Frick's sake. I didn't even realize. Gosh darn it. Well, okay, so if Zhili Clique bails out of the war... Gosh darn it, I didn't even see it. If Zhili Clique bails out of the war, I'll still have my wargoal, so it could be better. Anyway, we'll wait until next time. I've had fun, my nerds. I hope you've had fun too, and I'll see you on the other side.